Hello and ncha. Welcome back to Dr. Plump, Fat Guys Review Dr. Slump. I'm your host, as always, Jesse. Today I'm joined by the doctor himself, Adam Norimaki,
Hey, what's up?
and the world's strongest robot little girl, Evale.
Oh, good one. Good one. I was kind of dreading that for a second there, but good one.
Well, yes, welcome back, everyone. It's good to see you again at Dr. Plump. As always, we have our opening segment. What did our fat asses eat this week? I'll start it off, of course. I'll tell you, I got an order of McNuggets. They were so old and dry and just stale. I could only eat 16 of them. And, I'm sitting there at the red light and I've got the large Coke in the one hand, and then I've got, my French fries, a cigarette in the other hand. And suddenly this wave of self realization comes over me, and I look into the car next to me, and it's Evan and Adam doing the same exact thing. So we pulled the cars over, and we started recording this podcast.
Hey, fuck it.
Evan,
When
what
the
what
iron's
what did
hot.
you eat over there? You big Doctor Plump, you.
Oh, all right. Well, yesterday, well, first things first, we made some homemade crunch wraps this week, which was pretty good. But
Oh,
but yesterday, I went to Jersey Mike's, and I got the giant sub, thinking like, oh yeah, I'll eat the half of this tonight and then eat half of it later.
oh yeah,
that that thing was gone within an hour.
oh
So
yeah. It's kind of
continuing
like
being a fat ass, same old
it's
shit.
kind of like a Little Caesars pizza. You think, oh, it's $5. I'll save half of it for tomorrow, and then you eat the whole thing because you realize, well, if I want more Little Caesars tomorrow, I'll get a fresh one for $5. You know what I mean, guys?
I've never actually had Little Caesars. I hear nothing but awful, awful things about it.
If you like $5 pizza, you'll like Little Caesars.
Yes, I ate many of Little Caesars down in Nashville, home of great pizza.
I think most people in
Adam,
Puerto Rico would tell you Little Caesars is the best pizza they've ever had. So,
Adam, you been eating anything good down there in Richport?
uh, yeah, we ordered like Hispanic food from some place in Guaynabo, which is the town over from us. I got a just like a chicken quesadilla. Steph got a burrito, but like it was more like a chimichanga. It had like a shit ton of melted cheese like covering the outside of it with refried beans and like pico de gallo and guac and whatnot on it.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
And then
I'm wet.
and
yummy.
then we also got three fish tacos that had just like refried beans and like onions and other shit and like guac and sour cream. And then I made brownies and then I put peanut butter on top of the brownies and baked it. Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so talking about a fucking plump Dr. Plump over here for sure.
Yeah, you took a plump in the
Ooh.
toilet. It had peanut butter on top.
Oh my god.
Little poop boy sitting in there staring back at you.
Now, Adam, I just had a thought. Did you use creamy peanut butter on top of them brownies?
Yeah, Jif creamy.
Chunky might actually be pretty good on that too.
Chunky would probably be cool.
Goddamn.
Mhm.
Now I
Yeah.
gotta make some. Gotta go baking after this. Fuck.
Well, before I get too chunky, let's get into our chapters today, shall we, boys?
Sure.
Today we're talking chapters 81 through 96. Next time we're going to finish up the arc with 97 through 112. Very much looking forward to the conclusion of this arc. Let's just jump right in, y'all. Chapter 81. This came out July 1st, 1986. So still a good while away. This is the first chapter that's completely in full color. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's only going to be one other chapter that's like that in the whole series.
Really?
Yeah, that's completely in full color. Yep. So, here, of course, as always, we've got Oinkity Oink starting off announcing that it's noon in Penguin Village, and Senbei is already given the peace sign, and the rest of our characters are excited about summer vacation tomorrow. We see all of our characters here from left to right. We've got Pisuke, Akane, Gachan, the two of them, Arale with the poop stick, Sukusun,
With
and
the poop
Obochaman.
stick.
They're all there with the poop stick, of course. And everyone's talking. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, was this in the anime? This
This
wasn't.
is in the anime. Yep.
This was in the anime.
This is in the anime. Oh yeah, it's got a good couple
I don't
episodes.
remember it. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
I remember. I call her a Raleigh, but I guess that's wrong. Or a Raleigh.
A Raleigh, yeah.
A rail.
Raleigh.
I remember her being in the show, but I don't remember any of these characters. And after reading this, I was like, oh, okay, so like all the like generic characters in the world of Dragon Ball are just like the main characters from Dr. Slump. Got it.
Sounds about right.
Literally, look at all these characters. Like they all look like just random characters in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Suku.
I thought that was Lunch at first.
Yeah, I thought that was Yamcha at first too. By the way,
right. Suku looks like Yamcha. Akane looks like Lunch. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, look at his face. I don't know, the little kid with the cat ears. I was like, that's poor. Like, what is this weird third dimension with like poor and Yamcha looking like this?
Oh my.
So everyone's talking about their summer plans, and by the end of the 2 pages, Senbei has thrown up the peace sign 7 times, and Akane can't stand it anymore. She gives him shit, and he's just excited to be in Jump again. You know, it's been a little while, and he'll come back later for his real scene, he says. So then Taro and Sududen ride up on a motorcycle, and Taro is, of course, smoking a cigarette. Everybody knows, like Adam could have told you he would have been smoking a cigarette, right?
Yep.
And they leave as quickly as they appear, though. And Raleigh and the 2 Gachan are going to play monsters all summer. And we see some of the parents. We see Suku-sun's parents here, Sun Suruten and Sun Senoda no Teyugo. Now, we all know Senbei Norimaki means rice crackers. We all know Akane means dark red, right? We all know Kimidori means yellow, green, and stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever told you guys Toriyama's most ridiculous naming pun in Sun Sunoda no Teyugo, which is the slogan of a motorcycle or like a scooter. The Sun TU model. So their little like slogan in the commercial was Sun Tsunoda no Teyugo, TU model. So goddamn you, Toriyama, you're really pushing your limits here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wait, which character is named that?
It is the woman on page 5. We see Suku-sun yelling at his parents who are giving the peace sign. Yeah.
The one that looks like Chi-Chi.
In the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bottom panel there, we see Superman and King Nico-chan, and
I don't know which one the Superman is, but he's great. I love him.
Yes, we'll see him once again in the next chapter, I think. So anyway, Raleigh says bye, Cha, to everybody, as she does. And she runs home in her typical fashion, yelling keen, which is like zoom, pretty much, like the noise an airplane makes. And all of a sudden, she sees these 2 rockets flying across the sky on page 6. And I've got here written in my note, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Superman, it's a Kintoon. Page 7. Welcome to fucking Dragon Buds, baby. Y'all ready for this? You clicked on the link. You knew it was Dragon Buds, and you thought it was Dr. Plump. It's Dragon Buds, baby. Here we go. Goku is chasing General Blue, and they've arrived in Penguin Village. How you guys like that? Obviously, it was no real surprise to us, but I guess I'll just ask you here. Did you like this little crossover as 2 guys who don't know anything about Dr. Slump? Surprising to the listeners, I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I had to question, I don't remember any of this being in the anime, and I do remember the little green alien guy from that thing you sent us.
Oh yeah, I sent you guys the 1 chapter.
Yeah,
that was cracking me up.
I don't know. I feel like I mean, it's just like you said. I have no idea about any of these characters, but I feel like if I did, that it would probably be fucking amazing seeing this.
Yeah.
Did
And I
it take
imagine
you
how it
out
would
of
be.
it at all, though? Like, since you didn't know anything, were you like, well, this is kind of fucking stupid? Or
Yeah, a
did
little
it kind of
bit,
feel in, did
for
it
sure.
feel like, but like, Dragon Ball's so, like, whimsical at this point anyway. Did it feel like too out of the blue or just a little out of the general blue?
No, less like jet out of the blue and just more like, who are all these characters?
I
And then
don't.
a
Yeah.
Raleigh shows up and it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Was Doctor Slump
Yeah.
really popular?
Dr. Slump was incredibly popular, not right away, but it ran for over 4 years, and it was incredibly popular. Yeah, Toriyama
Okay.
got a bunch of money.
I would say
And,
then probably a lot of those readers read that and thought it was cool, right?
Oh, yeah, especially because you really do go 7 whole pages, and you just think it's a Dr. Slump chapter, So
Yeah, and then that's
I'm
the
sure
thing,
it was pretty hype.
Yeah.
Like as a kid reading this, it must have been
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it because again I didn't read Doctor Slump. But we should definitely do the the Dr. Plumps or whatever the fuck that was. That's hilarious. That was cracking me up.
Thanks. Well, yeah, I actually, when we first started Dragon Buds, I remember on our first episode, I talked briefly about Slump, but I had said I never read it. And then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to give everybody out there the best goddamn Dragon Ball podcast they've ever listened to, along with my 2 best buddies here, then I got to read this thing. So I purchased all 18 volumes.
He did.
And, I just finished reading it up yesterday. And I think
nice.
Dr. Slump is really awesome. So even if you guys don't want to read a bunch, maybe I can send you guys just a couple highlight chapters. And if we do a one-off episode, I think that'd be a really fun talk.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be cool.
If anyone listening's interested, let us know for sure.
Drop it in the comments.
So the rest of this chapter, we'll just wrap it up quickly. It's pretty much just Goku catching up to Blue, and Blue kind of burns him, and then he crashes into the mountain, and Goku falls and everything, and he chases over to him, and when Goku falls, actually, I'd like to point out on page 15, the bottom panel there, it's Goku and Raleigh meeting each other, and they use their very character-specific greetings. Ncha, which is like a bastardization of Konnichiwa, apparently, and it's like just something Raleigh says. It's a made-up thing.
It'd be like if I went up to people and was like, "Whoa." Like what?
And Goku here, he says "os" a lot, and that means like "heya" or like "hiya," something like that. Sup, maybe yo, something like that. So the last page, we see that Blue has survived the crash, and Senbei also sneaks in one last peace sign. And of course, as we all know, Senbei is Dr. Slump.
Oh.
Even though Raleigh is kind of took over as the main character very quickly.
I thought that other guy was Dr. Slump.
The old fella?
No, the guy with the airplane that like quote unquote fixes the Dragon Radar later.
Oh, yeah.
I just assumed he was
Senbei.
Dr. Oh, that's Senbei?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's the dude that's been sneaking in the peace signs all over
Oh, okay.
the chapter, and his little baby Turbo who like, floats in the air.
Yeah, the one that actually like does the work.
Yeah.
So, chapter 82, Blue takes off with the Dragon Balls, and he flees before Goku can get to the crash site. And Raleigh and the Gachan, they follow Goku over there, and he's amazed at that they're as fast as Kintoun is. So Blue ran off towards the town, and he's wondering how he's going to get back to Red Ribbon HQ. And he tries hijacking a car, but goddamn, did he pick the wrong victim. There just so happens to be a phone booth nearby for Mr. Kuraku Kenta to run in, eat some pickled plums, and turn into Superman.
Yo,
wait.
Sour.
Say his name again.
Yeah, so check this out. His name is Kuraku Kenta. And the crazier thing about that is Kura means dark and Aku means evil. So, like, that's an amazing
that's funny
pun.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah, so he turns into Superman, who is, obviously a pun on Superman.
Right.
Super meaning sour. And,
Yo, that's great.
Wow.
hell yeah, he's in Dr. Slump a lot.
That's awesome.
Blue doesn't give a fuck about this guy though, and he goes over and he crushes the phone booth to show his dominance, which totally works because Superman immediately calls him master, which I thought was hilarious.
Is he
He's like,
usually in Doctor Slump kind of like a weakling, like a loser?
yeah, and he does something here where he like once Blue runs away, he's like, "I'll let you go away this time" or whatever. Like, he does that all the time.
Yeah.
That was cracking me up. Oh.
So
you know what that reminds me of actually?
Yeah,
in fucking Kung Pao, the I am bleeding, therefore I'm the victor.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I think Adam has a little Kung Pao reference for us later on too.
Yeah, dude. As soon as I saw that.
So he also doesn't even know what capsules are, which then Blue comments that this really must be the countryside, which it is. Penguin Village is supposed to be, Hickville, I guess. And he tells Blue that there's a man who has an airplane, a man named Senbei Norimaki, and Blue takes Superman's car and he just waves goodbye and says, like I said before, haha, I think I'll let you go today. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So Goku has the idea to find Blue by using the draggin radar, but it's broken again. All right, Toriyama, I guess that's
it's
fine,
always
it's broken again.
It's always broken.
Well, you just fixed it on our last episode, but okay. So, Raleigh says, hey, Dr. Slump can fix it. So everyone hops on Kinto-un, which is nice that Raleigh and, of course, the Gachon can ride on there. And they head towards the Norimaki home, and Goku meets Senbei, his wife Midori, and their floating genius baby son, Turbo. I got to tell you guys Turbo's origins real quickly. I was fucking shitting myself when I was reading this. He, like, the very... either the chapter he's born or the next chapter, he's out with Senbei, and Senbei's like a bit of a pervert, as always in a Toriyama thing, there's got to be the pervy guy. So he's like spying on someone getting changed through their window or something, and Turbo, kind of runs away, and he gets hit by a fucking alien spaceship that like crashes onto Earth, and he dies. And
Turbo?
the aliens and the aliens use their technology to resurrect him, and he comes back with like all these telekinetic powers and the ability to speak even though he has like a lisp, and like he's like a genius and everything, and he floats around and all this shit, and it's literally like the chapter he's introduced. He gets hit by a spaceship. I couldn't believe it.
Wow,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's really funny.
So Senbei's looking at the draggin radar, and he's really surprised at how advanced the technology is, especially being built by a girl. Girls can't do anything, right? You know what I mean, boys? And
fucking Senbei.
And he's about to be even more surprised when Blue shows up. Let's get to the next chapter. 83. Senbei is having a hard time fixing the radar, so Turbo steps in and uses his genius powers that I just told you guys about. And he gives his dad all the credit, though, of course. That's nice. It's a nice thing to do. Turbo's really fucking cute, by the way. I don't know like if that came across well in these chapters, but I really love him in the actual Slump series. Really cute character. Blue's about to sneak up on everybody, but is shocked that Goku is there. And Goku looks at the fixed radar and says, wait a minute. If the dots are over there, then that means page 5. Blue is there at the house and holding a Raleigh at knife point. He traps Goku in his, paralysis gaze, and he steals the draggin radar, and everybody just watches this.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck?
Blue
says not necessarily all right with it, but like they just let it happen. Isn't Raleigh like super strong too?
Oh yes, it's incredibly strong. Blue says he's gonna start taking the plane, but first he has to kill Goku, and he starts smacking him around, and he cuts down a tree and says, "I'm gonna make Goku a human skewer," and everybody just watches this. I was like, what the fuck is going on? until finally Senbei tells Raleigh to go wrestle that guy. And Raleigh kicks him, and he headbutts him, and she headbutts him so hard, gag manga style, that he goes flying across the whole planet, out of sight, out of mind.
The
And
entire planet.
Goku cannot believe that Raleigh and her friends are so strong, but of course he uses it as inspiration to keep on training, which is kind of hilarious that they've even worked that into this slump crossover.
Yeah, I guess
So-
there really is a bunch more people stronger than me. I gotta keep training. Is Raleigh really stronger than Goku?
Well, she is a gag manga character, so like she constantly will just like punch the world in half,
Hmm.
or like throw a rock at the moon and it will explode and stuff like that. Like she is really god tier power, I think. But completely in gag style, you know, like she'll punch the planet in half, but then the next panel it'll be fine or whatever.
Right,
You know,
right.
there's a big band-aid on it or something.
Yeah.
So Goku gets the Dragon Balls back, but now he is without the radar. So Turbo says he will go ahead and make a new one out of airplane parts. And that's kind of an important detail to note, actually. Try to remember that one, that he just makes a new one out of these airplane parts. I also got to shout out page 13, the bottom panel there of Turbo giving the Italian finger guns. Might be our new Twitter picture one day. Who knows?
That's a good
So
one.
Goku says goodbye to his new friends and tells Arale to enter the next Budokai, which is awesome. And then we see Blue. He's in the desert, and he contacts Red Ribbon HQ, tells him, hey, I'm going to be running a little later, whatever. And thus concludes the epic Dr. Slump crossover that makes no real sense, that sparks debate about world building and alternate dimensions and canonicity that I love nonetheless. And I am very happy I get into Dr. Slump this year. Hope you guys enjoyed that too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Now, Jesse, does the Dragon Radar ever get destroyed again?
Like 10 more times.
It actually doesn't.
Don't lie. I don't buy it.
For real?
It doesn't. Hey, but you know what? All right, here, let's just bring it up. Fuck it. Let's just bring it up. All the way in the Boo arc, it's the same exact Dragon Radar. Like this is the radar that Goku uses for the rest of the series, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say is like the Dragon Radar is such an important part to this story, and it was made literally in a crossover with the gag manga.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I honestly may have misspoken. I don't know if Bulma makes another one for herself. I think that actually does happen in the Saiyan arc. But anyway, the thing about the airplane parts is that in the Boo arc, there's the whole thing of Goku stalling with going Super Saiyan 3 while Trunks goes to the Capsule Corp and gets the Dragon Radar.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing there is that if the Dragon Radar gets destroyed, Bulma doesn't have the special parts, quote unquote, that she needs to rebuild one. But a little baby just made one out of an ordinary old airplane. So that's kind of a big stupid plot hole. This sucks, Toriyama. Good job, buddy.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I know that Toriyama is very he goes along with it a lot, you know. So it's not the
he really
worst. It's
does.
not the worst thing in the world, but it's just something to think about. And I'm sure if you were reading it weekly, you easily forgot about it.
Yeah, I know one thing that he said is like, especially with all the other stuff that he worked on with like, whether it be Dragon Quest designs or just one shots, and especially like any kind of one shot or little series that he made after Dragon Ball and stuff. I know that he has said that if he remembers all the details of things, then he won't be able to come up with any new ideas. Which, you know, you can take as a good thing or a bad thing, but it kind of reminds me of something I've heard from the author of JoJo's, where I think he has said, like, as far as his different, you know, how there's the different arcs of JoJo's. Like if he has an idea for one that contradicts something in like one of the old series, but he really likes the idea, he's just going to go with it, even if it contradicts, because he wants to write what he wants,
Right.
So I can get behind that, and I can also get behind someone like Oda, who's completely the opposite way, so and just remembers everything and brings everything around.
Oda contradicts himself sometimes.
I'm sure after 1,000 chapters, it would be hard not
I mean,
to.
when we get to a certain point in the next episode, I don't know if we'll get to it in that episode, but when we get to a certain point in the Arlong Park arc, there's a big contradiction.
I actually know, with the whole devil fruit underwater thing.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, let's get back to the dragon world. No, fuck you.
All right.
Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you.
Let's go.
Let's get back to Dragon World a little bit. Chapter 84. We see the Red Ribbon Army again, red and black. They're talking to Colonel Yellow, who is having trouble. And we go to the sacred land of Karin, where an enormous Native American-looking dude and his very tiny son, who is the size of his head, are defending the land. And bullets don't work on this guy, and he just fucking kills everybody. No hesitation.
He just murders
Yeah,
these
that's
dudes. I was really surprised when he threw the spear through that guy.
Yeah, that was awesome. But I was surprised that he could get shot with bullets and it not affect him. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah,
this guy's fucking powerful. Good lord.
Yeah, so he kills everybody except for Yellow, who flies away. And this is kind of silly antics here. Red tells Yellow that if he doesn't get the Dragon Ball in an hour, he will send the assassin Tao Pai Pai to kill him. And Yellow swoops down and he just picks up the little boy right off the ground. His name's Upa. And Goku comes by because he's looking at the radar, trying to find the Dragon Ball. And he recognizes the red ribbon icon on the airplane. So he goes ahead and kills the guy flying it, and he saves Upa.
Goku is fucking ruthless, dude.
He kills a lot of the Red Ribbon Army.
My God,
no hesitation.
Seriously, he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. You guys are bad guys.
I'm gonna throw you out of your plane in the middle of the sky. I don't give a shit.
So the next chapter, 85, gotta show page 2. I almost wanted to make all of Karin Tower just a big dunce cap. That could have been pretty funny, but yeah, we can see here on page 2 that thing just really goes and goes and goes. And again, like I said, Upa is the size of his father's head. The father's name is Bora, and I think his name only gets mentioned actually on a title page that was not in our reading. So I don't know if you guys ever saw his name get mentioned.
No, I don't think
so.
So Goku sees that right in Bora's hand is the 4-star Dragon Ball. And, these guys don't even know what the Dragon Balls do. So Goku gives them a little explanation on that. And back at Red Ribbon HQ, we see Blue return. And on page 6, we see Tao Pai Pai, which means peach white. And this guy has a very Chinese flair to him. And if you actually wanted to, pronounce this character's name in a more appropriate Chinese way, it would be Tao Bai Bai, which is eventually what the translator will switch to in our reading. Honestly, there's a couple things like in the series, like the names of the Dragon Balls are also like Chinese. I know that when Tenshin Han and Chaozu come along, their names in the translation have the Chinese names. Really, the only one I like to get behind is Shenlong instead of Shenron. Otherwise, I just go with the Japanese pronunciations. Just a little bit about me. Okay.
Put that on your OkCupid profile. That entire section, everything you just said, the past minute or so.
So, also one last thing, it's up for debate whether this guy has a family name. and whether it's Tao or Pai Pai, or if it's just one big Tao Pai Pai. Okay, so the back of his shirt says "Kill you" with an exclamation point, which is the coolest. I would love a shirt that says that, or a shirt that says "Bad Man."
Yeah.
Bad man.
So Blue comes into the room and he tries sweetening up Red by showing him that he stole Goku's radar. And Red still wants him dead and says that he can fight Tao Pai Pai for his life. And the entire fight fits on page 10, which I would like for you to show, where Tao Pai Pai kills Blue by stabbing him in the temple with his tongue. How'd you like that one, Adam?
That was fucking ridiculous. That was great, but I don't remember that in the anime.
Yeah, I think we were texting, joking about how 4 kids would have cut to Tao Pai Pai licking ice cream. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like that fight, Evan?
That's crazy.
That was pretty good. It's actually kind of nightmare fuel-ish. Because Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pai Pai gets a look at Goku and the Dragon Balls and heads towards their last known location. And instead of taking a plane, he goes over to a pillar and just kind of, finger touches it with his what the fuck am I saying? He finger touches it, guys.
He taps it.
And he taps it with his fingertips and he just breaks the pillar off, launches it through the air, and just hops on board and rides that through the sky.
I don't know why I remember that, but that's pretty vivid in my memory too.
It's so insane. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I love when he finger hits it. It's so great.
Oh my god.
So Bora explains the Karin Tower to Goku, saying that a sending at the top possesses holy water that has legendary strength increasing power. Next chapter, 86. Got to give a shout out to the narration box at the beginning that says the sacred land of Karin will now be painted in blood. I thought that was really badass. And, definitely sets the shift in tone correctly here. Because I think this arc, starts with typical silly Dragon Ball stuff. But then by the end of this episode, I think it's pretty serious time, wouldn't you boys say?
Yeah.
With the Tao Pai Pai introduction and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I did not expect. What is the father's name again?
Bora.
Bora. I didn't expect his fate to be so awful.
We see it in this chapter that we're on here. Tao really just lays this man to waste pretty easily. He arrives and he says he just wants something from the boy, meaning Goku. And all Goku needs to hear is that the man works for Red Ribbon. And Bora goes ahead and stands up against Tao. And he charges at him, but Tao just simply grabs his spear, flicks him right up into the air, and then throws the spear right back at him. And before Goku can even call for Kinto-un, Bora falls to the ground with the spear right through his heart. And then
which is a bit weird because on page 10 it shows it, going through more like his stomach or like his kidneys or something, and then further down the page it's in the middle of his heart.
Yeah, right on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh well. But I did write a little poem here. Upa cries and Goku tries to fight against Tao Pai Pai. Very nice.
Clap it up.
Thank you.
Clap it up.
Everybody at home listening, make sure you throw up them hands. Give us our boy a little bit of applause. He deserves it.
He works so hard.
So Goku blasts a Kamehameha after punches seems to be useless, and Tao does the patented X block, and only his clothes get burned. Tao fires back with a Dodonpa, which means boom wave. Like Dodon, it's literally just a noise, like boom. And it's an energy beam similar to the Kamehameha, but it just comes out of one finger. It's a little thinner. and he hits Goku really hard with this. Goku's eyes look to be lifeless, and Tao takes the bag with the Dragon Balls. On the next chapter, 87, we see Upa try to get into the fight here. He throws a rock at Tao, and Tao just literally blows it back at him, with just a little breath. And Tao launches the pillar back and heads off to get new clothes before returning to HQ. So we see Tao in this little town. It kind of reminded me of the Mushroom Kingdom town from the first arc that they stop off at with the.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's where, of course, Toe the Character is.
You think him and Tao are buddies?
Yeah, Toe and Tao.
Wait a minute. This isn't the same shopkeeper as in that arc, is it?
I don't think it is, but hey, it really might be. I should have really done my homework more. I'm too busy over here writing poetry.
Too busy reading Dr. Slump.
So Tao tells the tailor to have his suit done in 3 days and calls HQ. Well, that 3-day time period is sure going to be good for Goku, wouldn't you say? Red is happy that Goku is dead, but he can see on the map that one Dragon Ball was left behind. And it should be no problem for Tao to go back to Karin Tower and retrieve it, because after all, Goku's dead. So Upa is there, and he buries his father, and he goes to bury Goku as well, but he seems to be moving still. Suddenly, the 4-star ball rolls out of a hole in Goku's gi, and he realizes that he was saved by his grandfather, in quotes. How'd you guys like that? What'd you think of that one, Evan?
I mean,
is that a stretch, or is that a cute little aw?
I think it's a cute little aw, but I didn't really give it too much thought.
Okay. I mean, he literally says that.
Yeah, but I guess that's just more proof that the Dragon Balls are basically indestructible, right?
I would say so, yeah.
I guess it would take like the blowing up of a planet to kill them or break them.
Right. That does get mentioned for sure. So Goku takes a look around, and he thinks for a second, and he comes up with the next plan. He's going to gather the Dragon Balls and bring Bora back to life.
What a noble cause.
Yes, very nice, right? I hope that they can do that. I mean, they should be able to grant any wish at all, right? As far as we know at this point. So they realize that Tao will probably come back to get the Dragon Ball, right? And Upa tells Goku to try to climb Karin Tower. And he has to climb it, from the bottom. He can't use Kintoon at all. And Goku says, I'm gonna fucking go for it. He tells Upa to go hide and take the Dragon Ball with him. And Goku takes the Dragon Ball with him, sorry. And he starts climbing. And page 13 is a really good example of how high this thing goes. We see it from like a bunch of different angles. And he's like way up high, and there still seems to be no end in sight at all. So much so that he eventually, once the nighttime happens, he finds a big enough platform to like rest and sleep on for the night, I guess. And then he continues climbing in the morning, and he makes it to the top. The next day he sees the top. And then we will go to the next chapter, number 88. Goku makes it inside of the temple at the top, and on page 4, we see the Sennin, a cute chubby cat with a staff who is even shorter than Goku. And the cat shows Goku the pot holding the Chosei Sui, the super holy water. And I really like the shrine of elephants that it sits in. I love elephants, so I really like the design of this whole place.
Jesse's a patented elephant guy. It's a big part of his personality.
It's true. Did anybody else find it weird that Goku was like, yeah, I'll go drink some water to get a power up? Like, isn't that kind of out of character? I feel like it's out of character, right?
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
He's not training for it, right?
Right. Like, I feel like his character's like, yeah, I just gotta train and get better, and then I'll just go fight somebody and get stronger. And now he's like, I'm just gonna take this shortcut. I don't know, I felt like it was a little out of character for him.
Yeah, maybe he hasn't developed that that psyche yet, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that maybe there's no real choice and there's no real time right now, you
Mm.
know?
Well,
Could be part of it.
you say that, but we know what happens.
We do.
Well, you say that, but we know what happens with the fact that maybe it is a little bit of out of character for Goku, but in the end, it actually is not about the water, right?
Right.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
What?
Uh, so, but I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. You want to be the fucking host of this thing now, Adam, or what?
What? No.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, fine.
Just take over.
We're just gonna sit here in silence.
So the cat is able to read Goku's heart and find out what's going on, similar to how Roshi reads Namu's heart, right? I don't know if you guys kind of connected that at all. And
I remember.
that's just, he says, that's just what martial arts masters do. They can read into the hearts of people. That's kind of interesting.
Friends do. Yeah, that's what friends do.
Was that our intro song this week, or did we go with the Six Flags bus theme song?
Yeah, we went with the Vanga bus.
Oh, okay. So after reading into Goku's heart, he concludes that he's not impure and he can have the holy water if he's able to get it from him. So Goku tries using the look over there trick, which he always seems to fall for, but it doesn't quite work on Descendant. And he puts a pot of water at the end of his staff, and Goku chases him around all over the place to no avail. And the cat says that he's not reading his opponent at all and being reckless, which of course we've heard in the past. And Goku says that if he wasn't so hungry, he'd be able to catch him. And we are introduced to the Senzu. Now, as we know, the Senzu bean is actually kind of like saying ATM machine, because the zoo means bean, as it is. It's kind of like the sage bean. It's the sen from senin, and the zoo means bean. All right. And they fill you up. They fill you up for 10 days. So I actually don't know if you guys knew that was how they work, right?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because later on in the series, it's just like they heal your wounds.
Yeah,
whatever,
you just
right?
you get your strength back or whatever the fuck.
Right, but when they're introduced, it's it's said they fill you up for 10 days, pretty much. I wonder what would happen if you ate a bunch of them, like 100. I wonder if that will ever happen in the series. So Goku feels a lot better after eating this thing, but he still can't freaking catch him. And then we learn that the cat is 800 years old, and the only other person to climb the tower was none other than Muten Roshi 300 years ago.
What?
300 years ago. That's fucking crazy. I forgot he was that old.
Yep. So he is immortal, right?
Yeah.
So we also learned the cat's name, which is Cardin, just like the name of the land and the tower. The English dub calls him Corin. Don't really know why there was the change there, but it is Karin.
Wait, yeah. Why is it Corin? Like it's corn in like the English dub.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to call him like Karen or something. I don't know, but Karin To is a pun. Karin To being the name of the place. I think it's like some kind of dumpling or something. Maybe not, but I know it is a pun there. So, this chapter ends with him telling Goku that Roshi took 3 full years to grab the water. So, I don't think Goku has that much fucking time.
I mean, honestly, if he didn't want to help the kid, he could say up there, "What's Tao Pai Pai gonna do?" He's not gonna climb up.
Right?
He won't even know he's there.
Funny you say that. In the anime filler, he does climb up.
Does he?
Yeah, and yeah, there's something about it though, where he doesn't train, he doesn't do any of the actual training, and then I think Karin gives him a blue or a purple Kintoun or something ridiculous. I don't know. I haven't seen
Oh.
that episode in a little while, but I do remember him climbing up there in filler.
Wait, who climbed up there in filler?
Tao Pai Pai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So chapter 89, Goku says that he does not have 3 goddamn years, and he starts going nuts. And page 4 is really great. I just love this top panel of all the Gokus running around. The one of him is like sticking his tongue out. The other one looks really cool and everything. Just really like that panel.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole page really. And Karin is still avoiding Goku, but talks to himself about how good the boy is doing. And he tells Goku that all of his needless movements aren't helping with the thin air all the way up there. And he also mentions that climbing the tower was a huge physical training in itself. And to prove this, Karin steals the Dragon Ball sack and throws it, the Dragon Ball sack. Classic.
Nice.
And he throws it from the fucking tower. So Goku runs all the way down the tower, grabs the Dragon Ball, and then runs all the way back up in only 3 hours.
Fucked
which
up.
took a full day the first time. And that was just going up as
That's
well the
fucked
first
up.
time. That's such fucking bullshit.
Dude.
Uh,
I'm fucking mad.
Altitude training, Adam. You've never heard of that?
I'm fighting Evan now.
Fight me, bitch.
So Goku tries to get the water all the way until nightfall, and he almost cheekily steals the water while Karin is asleep, but then he decides he doesn't want to cheat. And we see that Karin's actually only faking sleep, and he's, talking to himself about how Goku is much more honest than the Muten Roshi. So
who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
3 days pass, and Goku finally gets Karin to drop his staff by tickling him mid-fight. And
That's so underhanded.
Yeah, then the thing, it kind of like falls off the edge, and Goku grabs it, and his tail saves him and everything. And he's fucking elated. He chugs this water down, only to find out it's just regular old water.
Yay!
But this was no trick at all. It wasn't about the water. The training came from everything they've done over the past few days, including all the trips up and down the tower. So Goku's like, all right, you motherfucker. I guess I'll let you off with that, you goddamn bastard. You old bastard.
Yo,
cocksucker.
And he heads back down to the land, and Karin says that this boy has already far surpassed the Muten Roshi. And I really love the Karin stuff, and it's it's cute and it's fundamental, and like we were talking about, I don't think it really breaks. It seems like it's going to be the shortcut thing, like Adam was saying, but then it ends up not being. So did you at least like it, Adam, even though you think it might go against Goku's character a little bit?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to call him Korin, but I love Korin.
Okay. Yeah, he's awesome, and we do see him.
And he's not like super important, but he's like there with like Yajirobe and stuff, right?
Yeah, Yajirobe sits up there with him, and this training is like legitimate training for Goku, just like, not as long as he was with Muten Roshi, but
right.
Karin for sure is like one of the masters that trained Goku for a bit, because like I've said, we're going to see him again, too. So
yeah. Also, cats are awesome. So cat-based characters are great.
Hell yeah.
And he's super cute because he's chubby as hell.
Can I just say, I really enjoy the parallels between this arc and Space Jam,
Yeah, talk to me a little bit more about that.
So, like, at the end of Space Jam, the Toon Squad's losing, and Bugs Bunny gives them a bottle of water, and
Mike's
it's like, oh yeah,
special stuff.
Yeah,
Mike's
all
secret
it is.
Stuff. Yeah,
all it is water, though, and they had it in them all along.
Absolutely,
directly inspired by Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Michael Jordan came out and said that.
Yeah, you remember when Michael Jordan stretches his arm like Piccolo does?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's doing.
Again, taken directly from he in the documentary The Last Dance, he talks all about his fascination with Dragon Ball.
Amazing. So, chapter 90. Here we go. We've got the new volume art, completely spoiler free.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Thank you for that. um, so into the chapter. Well, first off, page 6, we see a title page, which we don't get to see a lot on the scans that we're reading online. So nothing crazy, but it is a nice little standoff. Very pissed off looking Goku, right?
Yeah. Wait, could you think Tao Pai Pai would get washed by Roshi? Or like, do you think they're like kind of equal, and like Goku's just like way stronger now?
I was thinking this too. I was curious. I personally feel like Roshi's got the leg up on him.
Jesse.
Well, if you just go by the facts, I mean, you do have Goku getting mopped, on the floor by Tao Pai Pai, and then he goes and trains. Then Karin says, "This boy has surpassed Roshi," and then Goku wins. So I hope that clears things up.
Doesn't, because
Shit.
because all I care about is who's stronger, Roshi or Tao.
I feel like Tao is stronger.
Wow.
I think just because and you know what, Super. This is a problem with Super too, because Super likes to include Roshi in things now.
Well, yes, because I mean, obviously it's
And
way
it's
different, but Roshi's way powerful in that.
Yeah, and he is a powerful person, but he gets surpassed by all the kids, So
Yeah.
I don't like meaning Krillin and Yamcha and everyone, everybody surpasses him. So while he is strong, I don't know. I feel like Pai Pai might have it here.
They just need to move on from these characters and make the show about Trunks and Goten. It's like, move.
Oh my God,
please move
For
on.
real.
Please move
Got
on.
that right.
Don't get me started. You are right. That's all I'll say. Let's move on.
Let's go. We'll do a whole
Tao
episode
Pai Pai-
dedicated to that.
Yes, we will. It'll be called Dr. Blump. I don't know.
Nice.
Good one. Episode's canceled. Fuck it. Tao Pai Pai arrives back at Karin Tower. Of course, it's been 3 days. That worked out well for everybody. And while Upa is waiting for Goku to come down, Tao, go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to show on page 9, Tao Pai Pai kills the tailor by sticking his finger through his forehead, but the tailor's face is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. This man is ruthless.
He's like, dude, it's so fucked up. He's like, all right, look, I'm not gonna pay you, but I will kill somebody for you. And he's like, well, I don't want anybody to die. And he's like, all right, then I'll just kill you. Like, what?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. You should have made up anybody. No, go kill Joe,
Yeah.
So he demands the Dragon Ball and beats up on Upa for a bit. And he throws Upa towards the tower, but Goku swings down just in the nick of time to save him. And Goku is definitely not fucking around anymore. He looks more serious than we've ever seen. And Tao says that he will kill Goku in just 3 seconds. And they start to fight. Some fighting words, exactly, because they start to fight. Tao remarks that Goku is like a completely different person. Chapter 91, the fight really begins. Here we go. It's a huge fighting chapter, and I just want to say pretty much all the pages looked pretty damn awesome in my opinion.
I'll just roll through them.
I wanted to shout out pages 4 and 5 specifically. Yeah, super cool, very flowy, jumping all over the place.
Definitely the best fight so far.
Oh, absolutely the best fight so far, right?
Yeah, I think even drawing wise as well, definitely awesome fight.
Yeah, would you guys say that Tao Pai Pai is the first super villain or the first real threat to Goku? He's kind of the first guy that knocked him out, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, nobody's even come close because even in like the only other one would be with Jackie Chun in the tournament, and they weren't trying to kill each other, you know.
Exactly. So, Tao Pai Pai here, he tries the Dodonpa again, but Goku just catches it in his hands. And then Tao busts out a sword out of a capsule. I always love when these guys bust out a weapon. Like Blue busted out a shotgun out of a capsule. I just love when they find the time to do that. And he busts out the sword. Upa steps in and throws Goku his Nyoibo. And page 14, I also have written down here. Let's check it out.
Check it
It's a
out.
pretty cool one. Of Goku catching the bow, kind of flipping through the air there. And then on the next page, we see his Nyoibo cuts Tao's sword right in half. Get fucked, baby. That's pretty much the whole chapter. I don't know if there was any other pages that you guys wanted to point out or anything like that.
No, I did show like every page though.
Cool.
Nice.
Just like roll through it.
It's a great looking chapter for sure.
Yeah, I figured it's like mostly action, so.
Yeah, the next chapter is a lot of action too. It's pretty much chapter 92 here. Pretty much just Tao beating the shit out of Goku for like 7 pages. Until Goku reveals that he's actually totally fine. And now he's read all of Tao's movements.
I thought this was so weird. Goku just like lets him beat the shit out of him, and then he's like, he just stands up and does this on fucking page 8. He's just like, haha, I'm okay, you know, like.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Rocky Balboa?
Yeah.
Come on, hit me. Very much like that. But I gotta say, I think it's nice because he's like, hey, I've read all your movements, which is, what Roshi had been telling him and what Karin was just telling him up there. Hey, you're not reading any of my movements. You're wasting your own energy and stuff. So at least he is applying that.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of goofy. That's all.
I got you. No, I got you. I mean, the whole fucking thing is goofy, right? He's fighting a man named Peach White.
Yeah. Now, was he? I don't think he was trying to let him beat him up. I think he was just getting beat up a little bit.
I don't know. He seemed totally fine. I wouldn't say he got beat up. I mean, yeah, he got.
Well,
he got hit a bunch, but he was fine. And he just like gets up. He's just like, that was silly, and he's just like goes and beats the shit out of him afterwards.
That hurt kind of badly.
Yeah, he's like, you're really strong. That hurt pretty bad. And then he beats the crap out of him.
Yeah, like we said with the last chapter I have written here, the art is getting really good.
Yeah.
Goku, he starts beating up on Tao for a little bit until Tao actually starts begging for mercy. And Goku thinks about it for a minute, and then Tao throws a bomb at him. And as Tao jumps into the air, Goku just kicks the bomb back and blows him up. And let me say, Tao bye-bye. You know what I mean, Evan?
Please.
Yeah, the original Chinese pronunciation, right?
You're so smart. You pay attention. So, chapter 93. Look at this first page. Page 2, full color. Look at this page.
It's gorgeous.
This is
nice color palette.
Man.
Yeah, I'm totally showing it right now. Looks gorgeous.
Yeah, totally doing that. Yeah, really love that first page. So Goku is going to head to the Red Ribbon HQ. Colonel Violet shows up with a Dragon Ball. And they believe that Tao is heading their way because they think it's Tao and, not Goku. Now, Colonel Violet, as you see on page 4, is a woman.
That's crazy.
And, just in the last episode, General Blue was telling everybody that the Red Ribbon Army doesn't need women. So what the fuck is that about?
And she got a Dragon Ball.
Here's the thing. She's not actually a woman. She's actually a conehead. She's got a wig on her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you like that Coneheads reference?
Yeah. That's a good one. Hey, Jesse, I thought Colonel or Commander Red had red hair.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you guys about that too. He totally does in the anime. But yeah, Toriyama went with white hair here,
And a
which
red
I don't
eye
even know if
patch.
I don't even know if I realized that. Because the first time I read the manga, I didn't actually read any of the colored pages in the Viz versions. So yeah, I was pretty surprised by the white hair. I don't know why. Yeah, the red eye patch. I guess that's where he gets the name from.
I guess. But didn't he already color it red once before? Like in the manga?
Colonel Silver had red hair,
Mhm.
and it's possible that in like a limited color thing, it might have been red hair. Yeah, Toriyama doesn't give really that much of a fuck about colors. Sometimes colors will be whacked out with especially with like Bulma's blue and purple hair, which was the same with Trunks
Yeah.
when he came around. And
I guess
yada
that's fair.
yada.
He changes the clothing of their color of their clothing like
Yeah.
all the time, so
You'll see you'll see like Yajirobe in blue, you'll see Gohan in green. You'll see Karin is like brown or he's blue sometimes. It's like it's whack.
it's whack dog.
It's whack cat. He's Karin. He's a cat.
Stop.
So yeah, they think Tao is heading their way, but it's actually Goku. And we see Goku flying around. He gets joined by this little video transmitter robot that Bulma built at the Kame house. And Roshi is like, wow, you're so smart. He's like trying to compliment her on her inventions. And then he can't go like 4 sentences without bringing up her boobs. And she's just like, you really said one too many lines there. So Bulma is able to locate the Red Ribbon HQ until her plane gets shot down.
Fucked
So
up.
Bulma makes a phone call and calls Yamcha, and everyone is gonna head out to help Goku at the Red Ribbon headquarters. However, Goku is not waiting for them because he is already wreaking havoc. Next chapter, 94. Goku's ripping through this shit like it's the last level in a video game, y'all. Black advises Red to hide underground, but Red won't be beaten by this kid. Skipping ahead a bit, it's a lot of action again. Page 11, we see Goku gets shot in the face, and then he just looks at the sniper and says, I'm going to remember that. And the sniper shits his pants.
This is maybe my favorite moment in this whole bit.
And then, at the end of this one here, we see Goku's friends. They are, headed to him. I guess they've been doing that for a whole chapter, just been packing their bags, getting ready. Chapter 95, this chapter is called Commander Red Dies. Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. When I fucking got to this, I was like, I wonder what this chapter's about. I wonder what happens in this fucking chapter.
Yes, possibly the beginning of the incredibly spoiler-filled Dragon Ball titles. But we don't have the 2 sentences with exclamation points yet. That'll happen in Z. So Goku continues to fuck shit up, and the Red Ribbon troops start retreating. And Black tells Red that they should just leave the Dragon Balls behind and retreat. And Red starts freaking the hell out about how close he was to finally getting his wish of becoming taller. What do you guys think of that one?
I thought that was
my reaction is exactly the same as Lieutenant Black's is.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Adam, let me ask you this. You remember in the Broly movie, the Super Broly movie, Bulma's wish is that she wants to look younger, and then Frieza's wish is that he wants to look taller. Were you surprised? Were you surprised to see that same joke all the way back in this chapter here, or
I didn't
forget?
I forgot all about that, but yeah, that's really funny. I did think it was funny though. I thought it was really goofy, and I love his reasoning for it because he's like, Black even says like, oh, you're not gonna like wish to take over the world. He's like, I'm about to take over the world. I just want to be taller for when that happens.
Right. So Black is obviously taken aback by this, and he says there's no way that Red made everybody work so hard and suffer and die just for Red to fucking become taller. This is unacceptable. Black wanted Red Ribbon to rule the world, and Red just continues to freak out about how none of his troops trained enough and it's everybody else's fault. And he's still, ordering Black around until suddenly Black is fed up and shoots Red right between the fucking eyes. And he declares that he will rebuild the Red Ribbon and rule the world. I don't think it's written here, but I think in the anime he talks about how like it's called the Black Ribbon Army now, which is what's up. So yeah, fuck Commander Red, dude. Black is taking over. Love that. Goku suddenly busts through the window and demands the Dragon Balls. And Black goes a little Darth Vader here, He says, hey, just join me. We can rule the world together. And he says, I'll tell you what, we can even bring your friend back to life. We can even do that. Let's just join up and rule the world. But Goku still refuses to work with bad guys, of course. So the two have to fight. And it only takes Goku landing one hit on Black before he realizes that he has to bust out the mech out of a capsule. Classic. We see that on page 16. And good thing we didn't see it on the volume art beforehand, though, right, guys?
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool mecha here. That's the end of that chapter. Number 96. This is going to be our last chapter of the episode. The fight carries on, but the mecha actually isn't helping all too much, honestly. He's still kind of getting worked a little bit until Black shoots a giant missile out of his back on page 11, which I think is a pretty cool looking page.
Yeah.
Goku goes ahead and says, oh, this is a bomb like Tao shot at me, tries to kick it away though, but it's much heavier than that other bomb was. So it kind of hurts him. I thought that was a cute little thing there. Black tries to just fly away, but Goku ain't having it. He jumps right through the chest of the mecha and it explodes and leaves no human remains. So unfortunately, the Black Ribbon Army lasted one chapter. Sorry, buddy. But with that, the Red Ribbon Army is defeated, and Goku takes the 2 Dragon Balls and now only has one left to find. So, my friends, even though, the Red Ribbon Army is defeated, the arc isn't quite done yet because we got to get that other Dragon Ball. We got to see if we can bring Bora back to life. Like I mentioned before, it's kind of the silliest stuff yet. I mean, it should actually be sillier for how silly Dr. Slump is, but this episode started off very silly with Dr. Slump and everything, and then it got very serious with the arrival of Tao Pai Pai and Bora and everything. So I just wanted to know, we'll start with Evan. How did you enjoy this read through?
Man, I really like the Red Ribbon Army arc. I know that you aren't the biggest fan of it yourself in comparison to the rest of it, but I had a lot of fun with it. I like it a lot.
No, I do love the Red Ribbon arc. I think it's amazing. I think that like the general blue chunk was like not really the best, but overall with the arc, next episode we've got the conclusion of it. I think it's an amazing arc, so I'm glad you do like it. Actually, when we started Dragon Buds, you had not really remembered much about this arc, but you put it at the bottom of your list.
Right.
So I'm glad to hear you like it, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in comparison, like right now, I would put it at the top of what we've read so far, at least.
Awesome. How about you, Adam?
Yeah, it was really good. I love Tao Pai Pai as a villain.
Me too.
So that certainly made this chunk of chapters worth the read. Red Ribbon Army is cool. It's not my favorite stuff, but it's good. And like I agree with you with like I'm not like a big fan of like the general blue stuff, but overall these last couple of chapters are pretty good, especially the Tao Pai Pai stuff.
Awesome, great. Yeah, I had a blast reading through this. I think the conclusion next week is going to be fun. It's almost like a little mini arc in itself, kind of like Muscle Tower was, but it is certainly, the conclusion of the Red Ribbon Army arc, like I've said, with the whole, getting Bora back to life thing. So yeah, that's going to be the next episode. We're going to be reading chapters 97 through 112. Going to be breaking 100. Very excited. Next week, however, we are going to be reading One Piece for our Dunce Piece podcast. I do not have the chapters written here. I don't know if Adam knows.
Yeah, we're doing.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
We're doing 69 through 83.
All right, and is that the entire Arlong Park thing, or is that like half of it?
That's about half of it. It's the
Okay.
chapters 95 is the end of it.
Great. Well,
Nice.
I think, you know, like I've said on previous episodes, I really love the Arlong Park arc, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good. After that, Lowtown's only 14 chapters, so we're gonna cover that all in all in one little thing. And a bunch of these other chapters coming up are all pretty short. So like we're probably gonna group some of them together.
Awesome. I'm very excited to continue our journey down the Grand Line. Yeah, great. All right, that's pretty much it for this episode. That's all I really have to say. Please, give us a comment. Let's talk. The whole thing is there's not that many of you listeners, and there's not that many of us here. It's just the three of us. So if you reach out to us, we can definitely talk back and have a conversation. I'd love to talk in the comments. At Twitter. That's our Twitter
That's our handle,
Twitter.
yeah.
At Mangaki Pod. I'm always comparing shit to Dragon Ball. You'll love it. You'll love that Twitter feed. That's it. I love everybody. Thanks for being here. Say goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye, my friends.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.